Martin Luther was born to peasant stock on November 10th, 1483. He was born in Eisleben, which is in the Holy Roman Empire, which is located today in present-day Eastern Germany. Shortly after his birth, him and his family moved to a larger mining town called Mansfeld. Two of his brothers died from the plague, while one of his brothers, James, lived to adulthood. His dad, Hans Luther, wanted Martin to become a lawyer, so at the age of 14, he sent Martin Luther to Magdeburg to continue his studies. What got Martin into the church was that he was caught in a horrific thunderstorm. He thought he was going to die, so he screamed out a vow that said, "Save me, Saint Anna, and I shall become a monk." After the thunderstorm, he entered into a monastery, which greatly disappointed his parents. The church used to charge you money in order to shorten one stay in purgatory. Every time Martin Luther's eyes were opened and the more he looked into his surroundings, the more he saw the corruption of the church in his day. Martin Luther was a bright man, and one of his most famous actions occurred in 1517 when he posted a sheet of theses on the university's chapel door. The 95 Theses set out a critique of the church's sale of indulgences and explained justification by grace. What church leaders promoted was that faith was buried under a mound of greed, corruption, and false teaching. The church supplied certificates for a fee to supposedly to shorten one's stay in purgatory. Even the Pope was encouraging the sale of indulgences in order to pay for the building of St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. This action caused a ton of hype and debate between him and the church, which also started the separation of the Christian religion, causing the subgroups of Christianity. Finally, in 1520, the Pope had had enough. He issued a bull threatening Luther with excommunication. Luther then burned the bull publicly in December. In 1521, in January, the Pope excommunicated Luther. This placed Luther and his duke in between a rock and a hard place. He was now a condemned and wanted man, so Luther hid in the Wartburg Castle until May of 1522. In 1524, Luther left the monastery, which was a big step outwards from the church. In 1525, he married Katharina von Bora. From 1533 to his death in 1546, he served as the Dean of Theology and later died on February 18th, 1546. Martin Luther left his mark among many religions today and fought for what he believed in. His success greatly affected churches around the world from the time he rebelled up to the present day.